Hey rock stars, wanted to talk a little bit about the long-term effects of the coronavirus today. How is this going to affect us on the long term? Okay, so one of our superpowers as business owners, as entrepreneurial types, is our ability to see really far in the future, okay, and be kind of ahead of the ball and embrace this opportunity. There is a lot of opportunity coming out of this. It's almost as if the world has just gotten really shaken up, and that's making everything change. So like everything's up for grabs. This is actually a
Huge opportunity
that I'm
really excited about.
the Monopoly metaphor. It's almost as if we had this Monopoly game that was sort of solved, or everybody had won their spot, and all the territories, the properties were sort of delegated to each little person, and everyone was stuck there, and there's no way for you to get a hold of the Broadway, property or whatever, unless you were really lucky and knew the right people, or you're born in the right family, or whatever it was. But now it's like God has taken all of the Monopoly properties back from everybody, and then he like threw some of them away, so we won't ever have those properties again. And he invented these new ones that we haven't even seen yet, and all these properties are market share. If you're working with me on this analogy, properties, market share. And then God invented these new properties, and then he's like threw them all out on the floor. It's like confetti. It's like this piñata just busted all over the floor, and there's all this candy, market share, Monopoly properties that we can just sort of grab. And there's these new ones that we don't even know what kind of candy this is. Disney shares have dropped really low, and they're losing $40 million a day just from the Orlando location, which is crazy. He said that after 9/11 happened, it changed all of their theme parks such that they had to have more security in place. But they didn't have that before. It wasn't a big deal. So now they're probably going to have, at most theme parks and major event places like this, they're probably going to have these laser beams that will test our temperature. And like now with this virus, it's almost like millennials are like taking over the earth. It's like suddenly everybody wants to work from home and like grow a beard and be a hipster and be a 1099 contractor and like have work-life balance.
Like, what's with that?
That's going to change, the way that the world works. And I'd really love to talk to you guys about this. Just get our entrepreneurial brains kind of brainstorming. What's going to change, right? I'm guessing that commercial real estate is probably going to take a pretty big hit, right? Because people are realizing that we have the technology now to work from home all the time. And so that's a big part of our overhead that we might not need anymore. I'm going to say that we're going to need a new type of manager that's really good at managing big major teams from afar, remotely. Managers that are good about KPIs and trackable, measurable, smart goals, and employee feedback, and working with clients remotely too. I just did a hearing yesterday morning that was on Zoom. It was a hearing. I was talking to the judge. He was literally at his bench, and I was in my house. How cool is that? And have no fear, right? I mean, the government bailout it's going to work. There's plenty of money there. They're doing another, volley of it, but they're already earmarking another $250 billion to pay for this. So hang in there, guys. Brainstorm. Give yourself some time to sort of sit back with this and have fun with it, and let's put some things in the comments. Let's talk about what we think is going to change the landscape so that we can go out there and gobble up all this market share. All right, let's ride.